Alright, not gonna stream for too long today. I was playing some Chess 960 earlier. I could do that too. Let's play standard for now. Let's play a couple games. Might switch to Chess 960, but like I said, I don't want to play too long tonight. I kind of had a long day and get to sleep early. Play some Indian defenses. Now against the London, I have not studied the London at all. Renee Phillips would be ashamed right now. Renee Phillips is a master level player from New Orleans, Louisiana, or the surrounding area, and he's been playing the London for 30, 40 years. And I played against him one time, and I had a drawn position, and I lost it. He's a good player. I like to get this solid little setup here, and it's very rare that anyone with the London plays aggressively against this setup because their bishop's biting on granite. I like to play c5 early. Just want to make sure I can. c5. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Now if he pushes, take, and probably knight h5, but I don't want to get it trapped. But I wouldn't get it trapped. Should be okay. Might end up with double pawns if I do that. Again, I don't really know the theory too well. Should probably play queen b6 here. Offer to, if he plays down, I'm gonna ignore it. I want to get this file open for my rook because it's going to be a while before I develop this bishop in all probability. Well, that works too, doesn't it? Mm, is it really dangerous for the queen to be on c7? Nothing's attacking c5. I don't think it's dangerous. Let's see. I might be proven wrong very quickly. If he gets too aggressive while his king's still in the middle, it's going to be a problem for him. That's kind of what I'm banking on. I'm just going to play b5 next if he doesn't prevent it. He might play a4. Be sensible. Yeah, let's play there. And this is one of those positional questions that even though I'm a player of the caliber that I am, not saying too much, even though I'm a 2000-ish level player, I have problems with whether I should push this pawn or this pawn. But since he played there, it kind of makes my decision a little easier. I'm going to want to play a6 and then b4. I'm just making sure I'm not running into anything. Okay. And I'd really like to provoke this just because of that rook still being on a1. I'm going to undermine here. Knight back. Now if he plays knight here to come here, I'm just going to play bishop here. The only thing is that open c file becomes a problem for me. Yeah, he should play knight a5 here to come here. But then, never mind, maybe not. If he goes there, can I just take? I think I could have just took. So maybe that wasn't any good. And those are the kind of tactics, that's the kind of things we check for in longer games that you might not see in Blitz. In longer games, you see a move, like Fisher says, sit on your hands, find a better move. If a better move don't exist, check that move. Make sure that move does everything you want it to do, and there's no tricks you're falling for. Here, I don't think I'm going to develop the bishop here. So I'm thinking about playing queen there instead. The queen doesn't do me any good here. It'll immediately get chased away from here. I don't want to go back to d8 because I want to bring this rook out. Yeah, it seems like this is the best square. I'm looking to develop my bishop. Probably here, maybe to here, because the knight can come here and jump in there. And he's moved his rook. So I no longer get any benefits from the discovery with the knight. So this is probably best now. Give up the bishop pair, but I feel like this knight's going to be strong. And of course I have the best bishop. I'm going to have the c-file. It almost feels like a Benko gambit. With the major pieces are going to be on these three files. Bearing down and the dark squared bishop cutting across. So, I'm going to move rook here first. He's probably going to play rook f to c1. This is a great bishop. But for how long? Thinking about playing this. Yeah, let's play that. Now if he takes, I'm going to take back with the pawn. And then I'll have major pieces behind. 3 pawns, one of which is on the way to being a passer. I don't have too much to manage here. And again, this was a decision with 3 minutes on the clock. I couldn't think too much about taking back with the pawn. If it was in a classical game, I would have given that a lot of thought before doing it. Now, should I redeploy my bishop here? It can't be kicked, which is great. Yeah, I mean that's the best square for it, right? The only thing is, I want to push this pawn, and if I can get this bishop to move, I'm gonna do that. And I'm not gonna be able to push that pawn if the bishop's under attack. But it looks like this bishop's well blockaded, or is blockading well. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to move it for a while anyway. So let's just reposition. Yep, we're gonna push. I'm gonna try and open up the A file. And if he pushes here, I probably need to prevent that. I probably need to prevent that by playing queen c7 on the next move. That actually makes things good for me because now I'm threatening to come in here. And he definitely does not want that. Or does he? So he's threatening to push. Huh. Everything's well defended. So let's say I play queen h2. He pushes down. I play up. And now he has passer. But this bishop's protecting this pawn, so this rook can come over and attack it. I think I like queen h2 here. Of course, worst case scenario is it stays there the rest of the game without doing anything useful. But if either of these rooks moves, like say he tries to double up, move a rook down, then check wins this rook. So it does carry a little bit of pressure with it, but not as much as it seems. Even though I'm right there in his camp with this escape square available, it's just it does help that he can't, for example, play Queen E2 to support the pawn push. I'm expecting him to play this, to which I'll just push up. Hell, a computer might even take with the queen. Let him take this. Move the king to h8. It might be safe. I wonder if he's thinking about trading here. That's got to be what that is, right? I should probably take this opportunity to play rook f8. That way, on a pawn push, I can just take the pawn. Yeah, let's do that. And now I'm going to get back to the business of opening the file. Now, what I do have to be careful of is, say, if he plays this pawn down first, then this pawn, then bishop takes. I can't take back with the rook because of that diagonal. And he's short on time, and we're going to try and take advantage of that too. All right. Can I... Not really, huh? Bishop, okay. King guards the rook when it escapes, so that does us no good. I wonder if this is any good. All right, I don't think I'm gonna flag him. Oh, checkmate. And that's what I mean. Whenever somebody gets low on time, they might forget about the simplest threats, like this checkmate right here, just to see what the best move was here. So queen to g3. Well, I wasn't gonna guess that, but that's forced. And then what? King up feels unnecessary, but why is it given such a different evaluation? King e2. Oh, it brings the king all the way in to attack this pawn. So yeah, um, black seems to have a pretty good advantage here. Cool. Let's play another one. Play another game of 5-3. Game aborted. Scandinavian. All right. Of course, there's queen a5, queen d6, queen d8 are the three main moves. Queen d8's perfectly fine. Um, queen gets redeployed on a more useful square. Scandinavian is James Roussel, former Louisiana state champion. He has me convinced it's I'm not gonna call it a top-notch defense, but it's certainly a good defense. There's nothing wrong with the Scandinavian at all. I find as white, I find it's hard to create a ton of play against it. My play in the Scandinavian usually develops out of the middle game. Once I've developed my pieces, it has nothing to do with the opening. When the opening's played well by black. And also the queen a5 variation, the main line, um, black develops the queen side so quickly, quicker than any other opening. I believe as quickly as possible. Castle's queen side. If you play an early d4, you face pressure. It can be pretty pretty quick. Things can happen. If he plays bishop g4 here, I like to play queen e2 because then knight d4 loses. Now with queen e2, with queen e7, excuse me, makes me want to play to the open file. Let's see if we have some tactics first. Like say d4 looks pretty good. He has the block with e6, but I have a bishop on c4 that's going to help there. Let's play d4. All right. Yeah, probably a fairly lower rated opponent there. Um, Pretty simple. Queen pin on the e file. You fall for when you're 1,000 rated and just learning the game. All right, so this pawn chain comes up a lot in queen pawn openings like this online. Not so much live. People usually opt to keep the tension in the center live. So usually I like to attack with e5 as soon as possible. So that involves castling, rook e8, knight c6, say knight g4 or knight d7. He's going to want to play b5, which is fine. All right, play here first. Okay, so takes, takes. Yeah. All right. Open it up. There and back. Now, without the dark squared bishops on the board, this is probably very, very drawish. Take the pawn. Probably very drawish. And he wants to make it more draw. Our opponent is playing for a draw for sure. All right. We are going to try to create an imbalance. To prevent the opponent from playing for a draw. Here is probably prudent. Let's see what this does. So takes. Knight's there. Hmm. Or I could just, yeah. Now he plays bishop's take. Bishop takes. Okay. If bishop takes, then I have bishop for knight. I feel good. That's another way to go about it. Let's see. How do I want to create imbalance? Knight here. Does that accomplish anything? No. Well, maybe. Let's see. If he takes, obviously, I'll play Bishop takes. And the plan here, say he plays this. Yeah. So the idea with this is to take the knight and fork the rooks. I think this is playable. Let me check the tactics real quick. So after knight, if he takes here, I can just take back. No, because then he plays this. Okay, so I can't do that. I have to take first. But then he plays bishop takes. I might have gotten myself in a little bind here. I mean, I could continue with the imbalance by just playing b6, but then this passer gives him a pretty big advantage. Long story short, I messed up, and that's okay. Um, it'll be hard for him to undermine this pawn if I do this. All right. I don't like the position, obviously, but kind of forced it myself. Now he can't advance, so I'm expecting him to play this because it cuts the knight off from doing anything tricky, and it supports the advance. And he decided to go that way. So my first thought is to play rook here. I have another thought to play knight here. Where does he play if I play knight there? I think he just takes. I think I'm okay. But then how am I going to win this pawn? We'll figure that out after. Oof. I just saw this. That might be bad. Maybe. Okay. Should be able to play this now. Take, push. And I'm going to bring my king over quickly. I wish I could take advantage of his back rank problem, but I'm in no position to do that at this time. I played this positionally poorly, definitely. Um, okay, rook here. He's threatening this pawn. Maybe just here. It's not very active. Maybe here. Ah, let's play that. Now if bishop here, rook here. And that's a pretty active way to play. Oh, they just kind of run into that, didn't I? We can defend. Not the prettiest way, but it'll do. And then threatening this, he might. Is that even a threat? No, because he can take with the knight right now. So I should take this opportunity to play here. I need to be careful not to get my rook trapped. And there are a couple of ways I can get my rook trapped. I might have to play this at some point. If he moves the knight, I take the bishop. That's how I get my rook trap. Let's play this, just to be on the safe side. Part of me wants to just... I feel like I can. Let's do it. If he pushes, I just play here. Let's do it. Right into the lion's den. Probably get mated. But honestly, prospects weren't great. Mm, lock that pawn on a light square. This rook is so miserable. What can I do? Alright, I'll move back. He might try to get cute with the knight check, and I just move back if he does. Yeah. Now this is a threat. So he should just move back. And if he moves back, I can get this miserable rook out of here. And where do I want to? Let's set up an f-pawn push, because why not? This bishop is what Adam Cavani would call a big pawn, tall pawn. That's what I'm hoping to play. I feel like I can just take this. Or actually, he can't. How about I just play this anyway? No. Yeah, he's gonna play this. Well, I have two minors attacking, so bishop. Yeah, this could work. This would be an interesting play. Game would get real complicated real fast. Um, how about this? And white resigns. I feel like he still had a little bit to play for. I was coming through, but let's see. Oh no, maybe not. Bishop e2 was his best here. Okay, yeah. It's where did he go wrong? He had an advantage for sure. There it is. After h4, huge advantage. I see. Yeah. Okay. Can't do that. Wow. Missed a lot there. Let's do one more 5-3 and then I'll play a little bit of 960. Call it a night. Carol Khan. See if we could play this variation. Now the right move here is knight b6. And black has a comfortable game. If he captures, we capture toward the center. Build a big pawn center. Not a big pawn center, but d4 looks good right here. To do this. And now this becomes a target. This bishop often comes here. I actually could have played that on the last move so that he can't castle kingside. Let's see how I want to approach this. I could play here. In fact, I will play here. Now this is practically forced. And as soon as he plays bishop here, I want to play bishop a3, so we'll prepare it by playing a4. Now, if he plays bishop g7, I'll play bishop a3, and now he can't castle. He can play knight to e7 to castle, to set up castling. Hmm, he goes a different way. I can still prevent him from castling. And my queen is defended by my knight, which captures with tempo. So I kind of want to just pin. I also kind of want to play this, threatening to come here. So here, I gotta watch this, or do I? It's not that much of a threat. Let's play this. Now, if bishop d7, I'll play queen g3. Or even, is this better? It might be better. That's better because it hits the pawn. His queen. So if I play queen d6, he plays bishop f8, and he's out of it. So let's make sure that that's not available. Hey Monk, how's it going? Just trying to navigate a little Caro Khan here with a funny pawn center. I managed to prevent him from castling for now. I really don't want to capture this knight and give his bishop that good square. I can move back to e2 and redeploy later. Kind of don't want to do that either. I can play rated games. I don't know what my rating is on Lichess because I haven't played it in feels like years. But I'll play a rated game after this. I'll play a couple. All right. So here he's trying to castle. If I play queen to d6, it prevents him from castling, but he can play knight f5, and my queen's offsides. Does he have an attack though? I don't think he does. So if I play queen d6, he plays knight f5. I play queen, excuse me, b6. Yeah, I'll play a rated game after this. I like to play anonymously and try out new openings and stuff. It Do I want to redeploy here? Not really. I'm just gonna castle. If he plays knight f5, I'll play queen to d3. But he shouldn't play knight f5 here. He should castle. Guarding this pawn with the queen. It's kind of a shaky defense there. Could play knight here and here. If knight f5, queen f4 would be the idea there. Should probably defend this first. Let's do that. Because I'm not going to push the f4 pawn in this position. It doesn't have support. There's no break. Okay, sensible move. He's planning to play here, so best is probably here. Now that this is defended, I can play here if need be. Say he just plays g5 on a win. Well, if he plays g5, I'll play knight h5. But if he plays here, I may not capture. I might play bishop d6 instead. Okay, that was it. I wasn't expecting him to go there after that, but can. It makes enough sense. I could threaten this pawn, but then he just plays bishop c6. I'd like to keep defending this knight, but I don't know how long it's possible. Move here. Say he takes this pawn. I'm going to play bishop d6. He plays here. I play queen down. Take, take. And I want to get the bishop in here. Eliminate the dark square bishop and get the knight outpost. Why did I not see that? Blunder. Okay. We are going to create a rated game, and I'm going to pay attention. How do I do a rated game? Do I have to sign in? See if I even remember my... Is that it? Hey. All right. Again, I have no clue what my rating is. Let's play 3-2. We'll play some blitz. Yeah, I have a provisional rating. So let's just play a little bit, see where I'm at with a 1488. Hopefully I can demonstrate a little bit of prowess at this game after blundering the last. All right, let's just develop. Let's go for a big center. He's creating a lot of holes already. I can win the bishop. With that. Nothing quick. Works for me. Thought he was going to try and develop the bishop the other way. I'll just play here. All right. Think this is winning. Yeah. All right. New opponent. I don't normally rematch. I don't know how that. I don't know the etiquette, honestly, of that online. Um, find I get games quicker just by playing new opponent. Let's play a Scotch Gambit. If he plays e5, I like playing this line. He's play bishop b5, knight up. This is a very well-known line. Um, Up to that point, they usually don't castle right there. They usually take. If he takes, I take with the bishop. He takes with the queen, I castle. Now he has to take here. It's a long forced sequence. Well, not forced, but it's a long tactical sequence. My knight's usually good here. Um, like if he plays bishop e3 here, I can play c5. If I play it here, though, the knight gets trapped. If I play c5 here, he plays queen to e3, and there's nowhere for the knight to go. Can't go here because a pawn's here. Obviously can't go anywhere in his camp. This pawn guards this square and this square, and then the bishop and queen team up on this square. So there's nowhere to go if I play c5 here. So I actually have to, I think it's forced to play this. And they usually push again. And then I play back. Or I guess this is playable. So he's playing Pawn Storm here. I like to stop and think about Pawn Storms, especially whenever his queen's on pre. Why would he leave his queen there? I mean, there's no tactics. I think he was just blitzing out moves and left his queen open. I'll grant him a rematch because he's aggressive and probably fun to play. It looks like he doesn't want one, so new opponent. Let's see what kind of provisional rating I can get. Playing against an 1885. Double king pawn. Let's play Rui Lopez. I like to play the open Rui Lopez. Now after captures, he's going to play d4. Play knight e6. And now I'm a castle, and if he plays knight d2, I can play c5 and undouble my pawns. That's a good move. That's probably the best move in this instance. So I usually just play bishop d6, and from here, I play chess. This knight is sort of a nuisance in this variation because of the bishop. I could try to trade off. I don't know how much that accomplishes. Yeah, let's do that. Try to trade off. Um, Now, wait, this first. No, okay. I wasn't expecting him to take back that way. This is an interesting move, threatening this. I think he can just move, but I can always reposition my knight here or reposition it here. Yeah, let's do that. No threats. Should be okay. Why wouldn't he en passant in the last opening? Remind me which opening that was, and I'll explain. If you can remind me which opening it was. I should just threaten here, right? He plays knight f3. So if he plays knight f3, I just play queen g6. Yeah, if you can remind me which opening it was, I'll talk about it, but I really just don't remember. I apologize. All right. Scotch. I want a Scotch. Scotch Gam. No, that was this game. Scotch Gam. We can go back and look. All right. He moves back, and I'll play here, trying to undouble those pawns. He definitely has the better position here. He has an open E file. I might be about equal here, though. If he trades, I'm definitely better than I was. But not better, just better than I was. What can I do here? This actually looks pretty good right here because it supports a bishop, moves the king up. There's no threats that I see. All the checking squares are guarded by pawns. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm starting to run low on time. I'm gonna think about what this opening was. I'm gonna remember. If you just give me a minute. What opening was that? E5. What did we play? No, this game was an open Rui, so it was the Scotch Gambit. You're right. All right, so taken en passant. When would he have taken en passant? Hmm, I am drawing a blank. I do not know when he would have taken en passant. He plays. No? Okay. I'll move on to the open file. My open file. And that's a pawn. So I wonder if it's probably not worth it to let him take this pawn. Let's play this. And I should just take this pawn, right? Yeah, all of these check squares are guarded by pawns. That's the important part. That's why the king is good here. And now I can just move back here. And I should be fine. Guard this pawn. Here I can just play this. If down, I'll just play bishop back. Let's double up. Push, take, take. Scotch Gambit. White resign. Great. Let's go back and I'll try to, Monk, if you're still there, I'll try to figure out what you're talking about. Let's see. So a Scotch Gambit goes like this. Bishop c4 here. You're saying why doesn't he take en passant here? I see. Okay, so if he takes en passant, right? I develop with tempo, develop my bishop. He's still down a pawn, so he has to recapture this pawn. He doesn't have to. He can play a true gambit, something like c3, which I would probably take because I'm developed well. But he has a check. I don't know. I might castle. But normally, in this instance, he would take, um, and either I'd take back or bishop and castles. The answer is white is always playing for initiative to use that opening move advantage, and this is a at least a completely equal position, if not slightly better for black. Um, if he takes en passant, it allows me, it undoubles my pawns. It allows me to develop a piece while capturing. Um, this is an equal position. When he captures the pawn back, the material's even, and now I can just castle, or I can um, allow him to capture and then castle, and then he castles, and this is dead. Well, this isn't dead equal. I win because, but you understand what I'm getting at. It's not a good thing for white to take en passant there. I hope that helped. All right, let's keep working on that provisional rating. Eventually, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna start to lose to these guys. Why is it not letting me play? Game aborted. Okay, play a couple more. See, Eric Rosen's online. He's fun to watch. I'm not gonna say fun. He's he has a dry sense of humor. All right, so I'm starting to get into the 1900s. he plays a6, no, okay. Rook over, bishop f1 if he plays a6. I'm going back here. Now I like to play c3 and d4, especially against a fianchetto bishop. 5. Let's play. See, do I have time to play h3? Kind of want to play h3. Kind of want to play e5. As silly as that sounds, because this knight's here, after this knight moves away, I push e6, and it kind of, the position goes a little crazy. Let's do it. Why not? Knight g4 is the usual move. You might play knight e8. All right. And you don't recapture right away. The idea is to play something like this. The only thing is with this pawn is now undefended, so you got to be careful. Let's see. I would love to have this queen on b3 right now, but it's not the case. I might just play h3, and after knight f6, play. Yeah, that's the move. So after knight f6, I play knight g5. I mean, this works too. I think it accomplishes. I think it's the same idea. This could be. Oh no, if he does that, I do this. Opponent left game. Come back. It's an interesting position. That's no fun. You just leave. What is his best move here? Okay, he's back. Good. Let's see what he does. If he moves a knight, I have this option now. I don't know if that's any good. Could play f4, right? f4 is kind of brutal. Hmm. It's an interesting move to say the least. I really need to develop this bishop. I'm not. This isn't the theme. This is the attack on e6. Yeah, let's just attack him. See what he does. Take, take. Okay, no, this is good. So I defend this way, and I can come over. Yep. Now this is a threat-ish. And now, hitting it 3 times, he's defending it twice. What does he do? Is it defensible? He can't come here. He might just play b4, in which case, you know, I don't think he's threatening anything. Oh, oh, the bishop's defending. Whew, got out of that one. Bishop's defending. Good. All right, let's take the rook. And now I will play an unexpected move. Yeah. Bishop's defending g2. Almost got busted there. All right, I should be winning this easily. I'm up a whole piece. I only have 49 seconds. I'm up the piece. His compensation is some king pressure, but I have good defenses. I don't think that does anything. I think I can just develop. I guess he can capture here, but that's still, I don't think that does anything. Oh, what I really should have done was rook over. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Check, take, take, and then the rook's on pre. That gets rid of my queen problem. Rook's on pre. If he takes the bishop, I take back with the knight. I think my problem's solved. Take. Do I take there? Yeah, okay. And then here, bishop 4. Um, no, I can't do that. Let's do this. And this. This. All right, I don't have enough time to be careful here, which sucks. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. How you like chasing down that pawn? All right. Whew. That was a pretty crazy one. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Still provisional. I'm up 2064. Now I'm starting to play some heavy hitters. This might not go as, as smoothly. We'll see. The best player I've ever beaten was 23-20, I think. So this. All right. Main line. Knight here. No. How do I want to do this? Let's go. I'll come here and here. If pawn down, d5. Lock that there. All right, that's an interesting one. A little different. Can I just develop? Seems like it, huh? Let's do it. If F5, I'll take. No. All right. So, common Ruy Lopez theme. I have a little bit of time to talk here, so I will. If D5, he'll move the knight and he'll play C6. And that really undermines that pawn center, especially with the option of F5 being available. I have this right now, and I might take it because the bishop is guarding E4. In fact, I will, but the only problem is, and I have to be careful, takes, takes, this knight comes to B4. Actually, let's just go ahead and prevent that. And now, if he plays G6, I'll play Queen D2 and attack this pawn. Okay, this is fine. Nothing to worry about. Let's play this, and if knight here, I'll just go back with the bishop. And now, the pawn's guarded twice again. This pawn's guarded. I think I want to play D5 now that C5 is passed. And I'm going to play B3. Don't have to play B3. Even better. Alright, I want to leave. I wonder if I should make the option available to... Maybe I should play King H1. That's always going to be available. Let's play King H2. I'm going to bring my rook over to G1. Now that E4 is safe. He can't ever push G6 because of the bishop and knight teaming up on it. So his plan here is to undermine. And when he does, when he plays knight here, I'm going to play knight H4. Okay. I think I can play queen to G4 here. I think. Let's do it. When he took the tension out of the center, he allowed my pieces a lot of freedom of movement. All right, I got to think about this one. I think I win as queen. Yeah, yeah. Queen's one. And I'm going to be up 5, well, more than that. 8 pawns worth. I think this is pretty much over. He might want to try and, thank you. He might want to try and flag me and play funny. This pawn is guarded, so I can just play F4. Capture. Or just play this. And now he might try to blockade. I'll just try to play sensibly. This is a very unfortunate part of speed chess. He should be speed chess. He should be resigning here. But whatever. If he plays down, I'll just take. 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 All right. Over. Yeah. If he plays bishop here, how about I just do this? Attack that pawn. Attack this pawn. That pawn. That pawn. Every pawn. Every pawn gets attacked. Now I'm threatening this. I kind of just want to take, but I'm not gonna. So we'll do that. That, and then I take. You can resign now. Mm, I don't know what the quickest finish here is, but I'm just gonna take everything. All right, and I'm definitely not rematching somebody that makes me play on in that position, trying to flag me. So I'll just keep going until I lose, or until I'm out of a provisional rating. 2279. So this guy's he's okay. He aborted game. All right. Doesn't like to play provisional players, especially I can understand a provisional player who's 2179. You probably thinks he's running into Magnus or somebody. Okay. If he plays passive, so like yeah, some play h3 right here, I'm just gonna launch. I have enough pieces out. I don't think this is good. I don't really think it's bad. I want him to take here. I want this file to be open. Let's do this. If he takes, I take. Now I need to get this over. I could just play h6. I hate playing h6. It's such a passive move. But I takes h6. I mean, what the hell? I don't know how much of a choice I have. Because he is going to pin. Alright, he can play that. I don't mind. Um, kind of want to leave the bishop on this diagonal. Just because of this. Could always move it back. Could always take right here, right? Oh, wow. Got a couple tactics here. Let's do it. Oh, no. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Just ran right into that one, huh? All right. But what comes next? What if I... No, I just ran into it. That's all there is to it. Ran right into the tactics. What's fastest though? Do I have any tricks to get out of this? No. No, this is just bad. Um, all right. I might be able to at least just get the bishop pair or something. He's not allowing that either. Knight here. If he plays passively, I can play this. Man, I'm really upset that I ran into that fork. That's not like me at all. Yeah, I played this game very poorly. There's just nothing else to say about that. And he's not going to give me the bishop pair. He's too strong a player. I'm resigned soon. Yeah. Good game. Good game. I totally bungled that. This is going to be the last game. After that blunder, I probably need some sleep. I did say I was going to play some chess 960 tonight, but um, maybe knight d5. Knight d5 looks good. Let's do knight d5. Ugh. And he just plays queen. Man, I am just bungling openings. What am I doing? I am not playing well. Very disappointing. I think I'm actually gonna take the queen if he takes. I'm just man. And it's not that they're playing all that well. I'm just falling into simple tactical tricks that I wouldn't fall for lesser opponents. All right, check and move the knight. Huh? Hmm. I feel like this is no. I might have played my way back into this game. I just need to focus. I don't have a light squared bishop, so I can't allow f3, g3. That would be bad. Hmm. What's the move here? I really can't allow f3. That's the big one. Takes, takes, bishop takes. All right, let's just play it. Allowing f3 would have been suicide. His queen would have come onto the light squares, gone to h3, checkmated me, and there's nothing I can do about it. If he takes here, alright, this is where it gets fun, right? Takes, king over, and now what? If he tries to come on the f-file, I'll just play queen f3. I just play queen f3 anyway. Might have played my way back into this game, guys. He can't defend this pawn. He has the back rank to worry about. Well, that would really be fun if I just take this pawn. That would be a very Carlsen-esque uh, stamp on the position. I don't know if that's most accurate, though. I'll just take here. And so he's threatening queen c1. Have to be very careful. Should probably just play this. It looks weakening, but I need to be able to stay on the light squares. I mean, I could just, yeah, this is best. And that, yeah. All right, now I can just do whatever I want to do for the most part. I should be able to win this in game. Both of those squares are covered. I'm going to march my king up here. Hopefully he pushes this pawn. No, okay. All right, I don't think he can really do anything from here. After I play king g2. This pawn looks like a weakness, but it's hard to get to. Pawn up, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Now I'll play back. And that's one. Pawn can't advance. I'm about to round up this pawn. And he can't stop that. Yeah. This would be funny. Sorry, I'm not explaining much. It's hard to do with this time control. He should play bishop here, yeah. All right. That was a bit of a tempo loss on my part, but that's okay. Tempo loss is fine. Okay. Pawn straight up. Do I want to split them? Yeah, why not? Should resign here. Mm, this is always a fun pattern. I'm sure there's a quicker way to do this, but I don't know it. All right, and that'll be my last game for the night. So cool. My I promised you guys 2,000 level play, and it's 2,100. It's gonna be my provisional rating. Is gonna be what 2131 going into tomorrow. So thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon.